The sea surrounding Cyprus has long been associated with Aphrodite. According to one ancient tradition, this was the place where the goddess first came ashore after emerging from the sea. Her arrival was extraordinary, even by the standards of Greek mythology. She didn't enter the world as an infant, and she wasn't born from the union of two loving parents. She emerged fully grown from sea foam. No childhood, no first steps, no first words. One moment there was only water, the next there was a goddess. And the story of how that foam came to exist is significantly darker. Long before Zeus became ruler of the gods, the universe was governed by an older generation of divine beings. Gaia represented the earth, while Uranus represented the sky. Their union produced several children, including the Titans and other beings whom Uranus considered monstrous. Some had 100 hands, others had a single eye set in the center of the forehead. Uranus looked at what he and Gaia had made and he was disturbed, so he buried them. He forced his own children back into Gaia's body, hiding them away where the light of the sky could never reach them. Gaia carried that weight inside of her generation after generation, and the pain of it never eased. So Gaia eventually decided that something had to be done. She created a sickle from flint, sharp enough to cut through anything, and she asked her children to help her overthrow their father. Most of them refused because fear of Uranus ran deep. Only Cronus, the youngest of the Titans, agreed. When Uranus came down to Gaia that night, Cronus was waiting in the dark, sickle in hand. He attacked his father and cut off his genitals. Then he threw them into the sea. According to Hesiod, the sea began to gather foam around his severed flesh. As the foam moved across the water, drifting, thickening, and taking on weight and shape, a goddess gradually emerged from it. She was already grown, already beautiful, and she eventually came ashore at Cyprus. The Greeks called her Aphrodite. Her name was traditionally associated with Aphros, the Greek word for foam. That origin comes from Hesiod's Diogeny, written around the 8th or 7th century BCE. It is one of the earliest surviving accounts of Aphrodite's birth. There was another tradition, however. Homer's Iliad gives Aphrodite a different parentage. In that version, she is the daughter of Zeus and Dion. There is no violent overthrow of Uranus and no goddess rising from the sea. Aphrodite simply belongs to the divine family of Olympus, born the way any child of the gods might be born. The two traditions existed alongside one another in Greek culture. Neither one replaced the other. Worshippers moved between them without much concern for consistency. Later, writers tried to make sense of the difference by distinguishing between the two forms of Aphrodite. Aphrodite Urania was associated with a more elevated form of love, born without a mother and tied to the heavens themselves. Aphrodite Pandemos represented physical desire and the love shared among ordinary people. As the daughter of Zeus and Dion, she was grounded in the everyday world. The distinction gives us an early indication that the Greeks didn't necessarily think of love as one single experience. Aphrodite could represent something spiritual and idealized, but she could also represent physical attraction and desire.